So after driving up from Orange County to Oakhurst, we arrived here at High Sierra RV and Campground. RV Park and Campground. Actually got mobile homes here too. Got a cool little place here in the shade. Yeah, when they had the top up last night, it was like we were sleeping in a tree house because there's leaves all over there. It's like right up into the trees. Got I think this is called Adela or something like that creek. Anyway, its second name is like Fresno River. Hardly a river. A raccoon splashing around it and all kinds of weird noises at night. Crickets so loud, crickets and frogs so loud I couldn't even hear me locking up the truck with the remote. Couldn't even hear the beep beep. Anyway, so we're about to pull out and head up to the west gate to Yosemite. And Yannen's spending the last few moments here picking wild raspberries and blackberries.
Hey, what are you doing?
That's right. Yosemite Valley proper is the upper valley. Panning to the lower valley. We'll be coming in down wow, Yosemite Falls is all dried up. There's a big hotel down there. Here's Curry Village straight down below. Merced River is pretty dried up. There's Upper Pines down there. Half Dome, the Upper Valley. El Capitan is all the way down, right down there.
That's pretty.
Can
take one picture. Maybe we should have a picture. 你们俩要一个 picture 吗？你们俩一起啊？
哎呀，我帮你照吧。其实我不是很爱 picture。
你不？男的来一次，对，照。来，我给你们照，然后我们再照。好，然后
来给你，谢谢姐姐。
不用。
Tunnel view, El Capitan, Half Dome. Look at El Capitan. Upper Pines Campground, Site 130. Got the old Silver Ghost parked, and we're hanging out. This is the second night here. Had a little torrential rain today with massive thunder and lightning, but finally at the end of the day, kind of screwed the whole day over. Finally at the end of the day, we got patchy clouds, blue skies. Just enough to maybe charge up the battery of the camper. Only probably got about 30 minutes left of sun. Direct sunshine. Looks like it's tortilla flats, man, because I got all wet and muddy today. Had a river flowing through the campsite. And it pooled up and had a huge lake, man. These people needed a boat to get from their parking spot to their tent. It was crazy. The water was up over that whole concrete block. Anyway, good. The mighty El Capitan. That is one gigantic wall of rock. And there's people climbing on it right now. You just can't see it because they're so tiny. And a little 4-mile hike or round trip to Bridal Veil Falls. Just enough water in there to make it happen. If it weren't for the last rains all day yesterday, probably wouldn't even have a drop. Lower Yosemite Falls. Can't see upper from here. So, upper and lower Yosemite Falls. Here we are at the second campsite, 173. Our final stop in Yosemite Valley. I've been mooching or finding firewood. I'm always coming, I always have more than I came with. Tons. So I found a free shower, and now we're all set up. It's happy hour, Yannen's at the shower. Been doing computer work. And I kind of wish we had got this. I like this spot better because there's lots of sun. So we got hot water to do our dishes tonight. And ready to continue happy hour, but look at this, just Glacier Point. Look at that rock wall, man. Through the trees over there is Yosemite Falls, and then back that way is Half Dome. Continue the journey. Here we're at Olmsted Point, looking down into the valley. Half Dome in the distance. As seen from the north. We're 5 miles away from the top of Half Dome, and the crow flies. Tenaya Lake. It's the largest man-made, or largest natural lake in Yosemite. It's got like a natural boat ramp right here. Only I needed to get it a lot deeper. So here we are. You can see the camper just up above that dude's grayish tent. We're on Tioga Lake, named after the same pass we're in. This is Tioga Pass, right here. This beautiful lake. Water so clear. This is Tioga Lake Campground. We're just outside Yosemite Park boundaries. It's just up the hill here at the end of this lake. Still got some snow patches. I might hike up there tomorrow or today. Proof that I'm walking around the entire lake. Alright. Here's a perfect view of Tioga Pass. Down the lake. A couple of our camping neighbors out in their inflatable kayaks. I think Yannen's on the beach over there somewhere. I think that's her. See our camper. Down here, a small dam. And then there's the bigger earthen dam over here. Tioga Pass. This has been used for thousands of years by American Indians to head west, head up into high country, or head across the Sierras. And it's Saturday on Tioga Lake. Tioga Peak right there. I don't know what this peak's named, but there's still snow up there. And this is the west end of the lake. So we left Tioga Lake, our campground, and now we roll down, which is right up there around that bend. We roll down here past Junction, and then this is Ellery Lake. Some little snow fields up here in this cirque. So this is Aspen Campground, halfway down from Big Bend. This is the most peak as far as the canyon. See all the aspen groves down there at this end of it. But it stretches all the way up here from those groves. So this is a bigger campground than Big Bend. I think this one has like 37 spots. Big Bend only has 17. I love these trees that are growing out of the rock. It's nice. The fire is somewhere. It's causing everything to look kind of smoky. We're at Big Bend Campground. We're just below it. We got this raging cascading waterfall down Mining Creek. Very end of the road at the Pool Hydroelectric Plant. Pelton Water Wheel. 0.3 billion kilowatts. So the water comes down pipes, I think, at this point. Some places down from up above. Come down pentons or something like that they're called. I think they come out. Usually they're above ground. I don't see them. But you can hear it spinning the generator. Big adventure. I'm gonna probably put it in 4 low as I get next to the water. It's on 4 high right now.
In case of water.
No, there's no water coming. Just videotape this. I can videotape. That was a little scary.
Oh my goodness.
There was some, it was kind of deep. Mono Lake's tufa towers is still growing like a mineral vent, and the mineral builds up over time, creating these towers. They start off underwater, and then they'll reach the surface, and then they'll continue to grow above the surface. The lake just has certain little areas where they happen. Here's an active vent, a little tiny one, where the tufas will grow from. You can see the discoloration in the water, and the little shrimps love swimming in it. Let's see the little tiny shrimp swimming around. They look kind of greenish. Watch, these flies are just crazy. They just like to be swarming on the ground. They're either feeding on the algae or something else. I don't know, maybe they're mating. It seems like they're mating. There's like little piles of them. Maybe they're all on top of like females. I think they are. This is part of their mating thing. It's crazy. Look at just everything's coated with them. That is crazy. So here's some tufa. There's water coming into the shrimp are out in the water.
How people can get the shrimp here?
You'd have to go out there. So here's water coming in. This might be, I don't know. This is one of the most significant volcanic craters in the Mono crater area. And it has a plug in the middle. That's this whole thing built up. There's the rim. The rim trail goes around that. And this is the other side of the rim, western rim. But this whole thing in this is just one giant plug. Now we're at Mammoth Lake's earthquake fault. They said either it was an explosion that just released a bunch of steam, came out, or it was, it's an old fault. It's a fault. It's actually was an active fault, and it ripped apart there's beds of old lava from old lava flows. And what's funny is I can remember coming here as a kid and walking down into it, and it was full of snow, even in late summer. But it seems like a lot of it's caved in, and you can't get into it anymore. There were stairs going down. I think there were stairs right here at one time, and then there's just been a lot of cave-ins, and that's why they don't let people in anymore. So we're on this Minaret Summit right here. And there's the minarets out there. See the smoke. This is just terrible, terrible smoke. And Mammoth Mountain behind us. So Mammoth Mountain is a big volcano. Here we are at Hot Creek Geologic Area near Mammoth. Super hot vents going down to them, pools spilling into the hot. So here's a little steam vent. You can hear the sulfur.
Somebody caught a fish. Yeah. You go up there.
So got a little vents over here. You see the steam rolling out from there. These fish just love it. The water is like not 100 degrees. It's close to boil. I don't know how these fish can deal with this temperature. And then I can hear this like rumbling under the ground. Bubbles out there in the middle, so there's a big vent in the middle of Hot Creek. Way over there. Right up there, that's probably where South Lake is. There's a road cut way up there. Can't tell. Look at this crazy house with its own waterfall. I'm not even sure how that water, it's just coming off of that little knoll there. Looks weird, it's not like down inside of a canyon. Anyway, I'm taking this road. It says, try to get to the road that goes up the ridge over yonder. Comes a little distance up, about a mile of this road, but it goes for like another 3 miles on up. They call this Coyote Ridge, so I call this Coyote Trail. We got the pond down there. There's the RV park, and our RV is just behind the trees in front of that blue truck. Always Ron's Pond here, 300 feet. So this cool little, we got these cool little brooks everywhere. Nice pond down here for kids to learn how to fish. And it's full of trout. There's the big boys right there. There's a big old boy over there. Next to the Little Creek. It's a cool little walk. I love this place. Creekside RV Resort. Some more big boys over there in the middle. So this is just the public, this is not theirs. Looks like there's one dead one. I see rainbow trout. So this is where the water drains out of the pond. And this is where the water drains into the pond from that little brook that we saw coming around. Right here. Little delta. That's it. The pond, Ron's Pond. The story is that the original homesteaders that lived on this property built this super thick walled concrete ice house because it'd go over to that pond and during the winter and then cut ice and stack ice in here, and this would then be their refrigerator for the summer. And this used to be here with the big water paddle wheel, and it would generate power for them, and they lived in this little house. Is that crazy or what? Well, I talked to a dude, and he said, just walk around the gate. So I did. Walk past that cabin home with the waterfall. Looking back, there it is. And I'm walking along this grove of aspens. And heading up, we're on South Lake. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'd love to bring my boat here. There's just not enough wind to sail. Some of those are, I think, that might be a glacier up there. Or just a snowfield. That lasts all year. Look at these big old trout down here. Oh, this just keeps getting better and better. Still on South Lake. Get up here to this promontory. This is the Bishop Pass Trail. It heads all the way into. As you keep following this, it just takes you deeper and deeper in, up to the crest through Bishop's Pass, which is one of those. Up to one of those, between some of those peaks is Bishop Pass, and then down into Kings Canyon. Yes, this is God's country.